Hi, you guys. Everyone, how's everyone doing? Happy Tuesday, it's a surprise! I'm streaming. Yeah, it did. How'd you know, Allie? I don't know what happened. My mic just muted on OBS for some reason. Like I literally wasn't even touching my mouse. How's everybody doing? Hi, Allie. Hi, Joey. What do we hear? Joey, do you remember? Joey is an OG. Joey's been here since like my first year streaming, literally. Joey is my IRL cousin, like truly family. You know what I mean? Guys, we're gonna play DBD. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. I had so much fun playing on Saturday. Um, I know I can play this game and hang out and be silly and have a good time. 75 stream streak, Ali. Ali the realist. You're gonna blind if you keep touching your mouse. Oh my god, that joke. How's everybody doing? Ali, how's your week been? So how's everybody's week? What is one good thing? You know I like to ask this question. Here, I'll even switch it to chatting. Fighting for my life. No, not fighting for your life. It should come easy. What are you talking about? Hi, Ali. 75 streams is crazy. No, I know. I wish like CJ had to have had like 60 something, 50 something, and I ruined it for him. I ruined it because for some reason my VODs deleted and he couldn't maintain his streak. One good thing about this week, didn't die doing a stress test. Period. Love not dying. Shout out to not dying. In the pool right now. Ooh, love to see it. I wish I was in the pool right now. Poor CJ. I know. What have I done? We're gonna play DBD. I'm loading game now. Tabbing up my homies. Not a lot of people are live today. Let's go. Usually, so many people are live, and I'm missing stream because I'm streaming. We're trying to trap a fly. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We're trying to trap a fly. I shut the door. I restarted watching Dragon Ball Z. How's that been? How's your rewatch been? Nola's so excited for her pool party. She told me to order thousands of water balloons. Thousands, Mom. You need to order thousands. In her eyes, would like 150 be okay? Right? That feels like 1,000 as a little kid. She would think that's 1,000, right? Yeah, exactly. Just get 150. You'll be fine. The rewatch is going good. A lot of things I didn't notice from rewatching it after so many years. I've noticed a lot of things. That's so good. That's like the best thing about rewatching like something you love is that you just learn to find something different every time you're watching it or listening to it. Let's jump right in. Guys, we're gonna be looping and booping. Let's hope for the best. Looping, and then there's booping. Alright, are we ready for the loops? Are we ready for the boops? 150 is not enough. Not enough to feel like 1,000, or not enough water balloons in general? Maybe 300. I mean, it's a little kids party. Do you think they want like 500 balloons? Oh, actually, no, I should be B. What am I doing? Excuse me. Looping and then pooping. And then booping. Ali, so the girls love the pool. That's nice. What is the goose wearing outside? Is it wearing more of a summer outfit? Like swim trunks? Or a bathing suit? A little tubby? Do you have more clothes for the goose? The sweet of the juice. The black of the berry. The black of the berry. It's a Dracula. Found Meg. Chases Meg. Oh no! Ooh! Press up, Justin. I didn't realize he was still a dog. Run! I know. I kind of thought though. No, they're 4 to 6 years half. They're gonna get half. Exactly. Yes, the goose is wearing her swimsuit and sunglasses. Ooh, I love that. Okay, girl. We need pictures. Joey, this is what we play on stream now. This and Pokemon. It's like, and Sims. That's like on rotation. I'm trying to like play more Pokemon on stream too. Okay, we got a gen done. Oh. Underworld half-breed. Literally. Little Dracula. Insta unhook is insane. Laura. Oh, no, it's a Meg. I thought it was Laura. It looked like the Laura outfit. Are you playing the new cell phone game for Pokemon? Which new one? Pokemon Champions? Oh, I'm on second hook. I'm on second hook. Guys, this is not cute. I went to second. Guys, be so serious. You're gonna heal me here, please. Why? Why are you trying to go for the save? I'm on death hook. Just heal me. I can't save her. Like, all that just to not save. Can you not? Can you come over here? I see. Never mind, I'm with it. Alright, we have to lock in. Well, I don't know, it's new. New for you. Ooh, have you been enjoying it? Are you playing that at all? I don't want to run. We're literally on death hook. Okay. Can I heal you or no? Okay. But be me alone. But it's cool. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look. I didn't know that Pokemon Stadium had a game. The last Pokemon game we played on stream was Pokemon Legends. We did some shiny hunting. We got some shinies. Then I want to start a Nuzlocke on stream, so I think next weekend I'll start that. Maybe we can do that on Saturday. Guys, Saturday I'm streaming in the morning again for a little bit. We'll start our Nuzlocke. I think it'll be fun. He gets up on chase. Oh! Oh no! I'm dead here. I just need to pull forward. Go up this way. Going back to the generator. It's oppression, bitch! No! No, it was oppression! It's the first game, please! You just always transform me. Dead him. No! I'm dead. Pokemon Champions, yes, yeah. Okay, I know about Pokemon Champions. Yes. You should totally play, because that's like the official ranked battling system. Like battling game. You have like official Pokemon in that game. Well, what did we learn? Guys, what did we learn? I'm gonna go be right back. Just kidding, just kidding. What did we learn though? What did we learn? What did we learn? But what did we learn? A whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Here, let's make this one. I need buttons to transition. I need to figure that out. To run away. Yeah, exactly. I got distracted doing my changing my OBS. Ooh, this is cool. Oh, it's a Huntress skin? What? That's pretty sick. I didn't know that. Got killed, never played again. It's so much fun. You get lucky with randoms to help you off the hooks. When I played, they left me there. LOL. No, I've definitely been left on hook before. Plenty of times. Plenty of times. Allie, right? You've seen it. We've witnessed it. Loki got left on hook the last game. This song is so good. True. We finally... DJ got herpes. Not herpes. Ali was probably the one who left Jonah hook. Probably. Momo! What? Is that a Momo? Is that a Momo I see? Hi. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing, Momo? It's so good to see you. Dude, I feel like I've been missing your streams. Have you been streaming? It's so hard for me to be on Twitch during the week. No. I feel like I miss so many things. You haven't streamed in a minute? Momo, come back to us. Literally, Pride ended and you were like, you withered away. Thank you for the shouties. Yes, go follow Momo. Go follow Ryan. What are we actually talking about? No, literally, that part I think almost like 12 days ago. 12 days no Momo. Somebody find Momo. I'm gonna do hashtag find Momo. like the Avatar episode. Find Momo. Oh, don't follow me. I'm a flop. Ryan's not a flop. Don't say that about my friend. Don't talk about my friend like that. Momo, how was your day today? Can Ryan, Momo, one good thing that happened today. Now. And now. I'm good planning my daughter's 6th birthday. Ah, crazy! Halt. Halt. Hi, KFC. We got a surprise Justin stream. No, this can't be the best thing that happened to you today. Never. I really appreciate that. I need a clown to entertain. Hey guys. Alright. No, I'm gonna go this way. Gotta find the killer before he finds me, you know what I mean? Who are you again? Oh! KFC, how are you doing? KFC, get your check-in. Momo, get your check-in too. GG easy on the pallet. Yes, KFC, let's get those check-ins. Bro. that emo alley. I still don't know who the killer is. We don't all need to be here. But where's the killer? Bro! Okay, after Meg. Is there a Jen in here? Not that I want to be in Shack, but here we are. Oh my god, it's crowded. Basement's here too. More people doesn't make... Yes, yeah. Like, co-op definitely helps with the repair speed. Now, herpes. It's not enough that you have a name like that, but you also missed the skill check. Honey, baby. I still don't know who the killer is, by the way. Gonna play Rivals, finishing my champion today. Ooh, who's the champion? Which character? Rivals stresses me out. I don't know what to tell you. Ultron. Ooh, I actually haven't seen a lot of Ultron gameplay since he came out. The killer is the friends we made along the way. Like, literally. Friends who touch gens together, stay together. Oh my goodness, I don't like this at all. Okay. Oh, the trapper? It is a trapper. Oh, you know what? You could trade. He can't trade. Oh, he got her off. Okay. No, he didn't. No, please. He's freaking out. I can't let him know we're over here, okay? I had to walk. Good luck, Charlie. Ronathan! Redeems, makes friends with the killer. Oh my god, should I with this trapper? I don't know if he's being friendly at all. Good whiff. Oh my god, Steven! No! Go. Now what the hell was that? We all saw that, Meg. Can I get 2 whiffs, both? Great hit. I'm going. There you go. Good protection. No. Put the flashlight away. Oh no, that was not it. Trapped. Oh, Megatron, you're big. I was there to take a protection hit. She giving out your position. Yeah, thank you for the shout out for Ronnie. Ronnie, 53 check-ins is insane. How are you? Ronnie, did you have a great day today? Tell me one good thing that happened today. I think Steven needs to find. Look at that! Look at him over there running. I saw him scurry across my screen. Guys, remember there's a trap there, guys. I got her off. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Does he have Lightborn? Honey, baby, with your flashlight that's going... Should I take a chance? Fuck it. I'm taking my chance. I might as well. Actually, no. I'm gonna heal you.
I'm glad you found me.
I'm trying to heal you, buddy. I wasn't even trying to pick up the flashlight, by the way. There's a trap over here somewhere. No, not herpes.
You rule.
Me stealing the flashlight. Steven, it's between me and you, and I'm not gonna lie, it might be you. Alright, Steven. I'll take a chase for the homies. Oh, he's right there. Steven! Oh my god, are you joking? Steve, please! I was gonna take a chase! Find Steve, please. I was totally gonna take a chase. Meg, I'd take it. I found Steven. Please find Steve. Find Steve. Please see Steve. Don't see me. Okay, he's the bot. Go after the bot. Go after the bot, please. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a totem or two. Oh, let's change this, Devo. Okay. The bot is working his ass. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna stay by Shaq. Any other totems I can find? Yes, he hit him. Let's go. Oh no, he didn't hit him. He left. Don't bring him over here. Yeah, hit him again. Hit the bot again. Hit the bot again. Hit the bot again. Bot, whatever you do, don't come over here. What in the Scooby-Doo? Literally. Yes! Take him. Take the bot. Don't slug. Don't slug. Yes! Oh! Oh! Look at that. That's cool. Come on, please. Come on, please. Come on, please. It's not here. He's gonna find it too. No! It was over there! You know what? Hey! Don't be mean. Thanks, buddy. GG's. Oh, he picked me up. He thought that was gonna drop me? Thank you, guy. Snake, snake. Yeah, the flashlight was cool. Oh, he's trying. It's not. He's trying to get trapped in it. I'm gonna steal this flashlight, by the way. Thanks, guy. Oh. Oh, okay. What do you want? Why don't you want me to leave? Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. The trapper knew. Real recognized real. Real recognized real. Honestly, good on him. Oh, that would have happened too. I trusted him. I trusted him though. We were communicating. We were like on a little date. Eye contact. Although I was all in the eyes, you know? Just being like, so you're gonna let me out? Or
ไม่ใช่แนวของฉันเท่าไหร่นะแฮะ
so you gonna let me out or what?
Have you ever had a Krispy Kreme?
Right, right.
Have you ever gone to Krispy
Yeah.
Kreme? Was it crispy?
No.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm gonna be okay. Yours. Mine. There you go. That's better. Girl. Lady. Wow. This song is a throwback. I thought fishing would be all fun and games. When did I say that? We get out. Hey friends. Hey. Hi. Not the cool. Okay, he sticks to Leon. Go, go, go. Ooh, can I get a whiff? Almost made that. Oh, I puta! Oh my god! Oh, how did he find Jake? What do you mean? I'm dead here. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh! I gotta go. I gotta go. Distance, distance, distance. That's fine. There's nothing I can do about that. That's fine. I'll pre-drop. I don't care. He's the thing. No. No, don't you see? Why would menacingly. He thought about it. He thought about it. Did he smack me? Be honest. He definitely pondered. He definitely opened his menu. Why was he just standing there? That scared me. That scared me worse than him chasing me. It's okay, Machete girl. You guys are eating. Finish the gen. Yeah. He's coming. He's gonna come right back over here. I wouldn't be surprised if he follows me. He goes for this slug. He's just gonna tunnel me out. He's just tunneling me out? That's crazy. Nice. Why are you gonna tunnel me? Pero que hice? Don't be healing right here, bro. Brothers, like... Guys, he's scaring me. Omar, hey, how are you? He put him in the basement? What? Never that. I don't want to be altruistic. He's just gonna tunnel me out. I've used a lot of pallets. You going right back to the hook? Maybe I can creep forward. Hide behind the rock here. You guys know cool. Go to the gen. Go to the gen. I got you. I got you. We have to get out of here. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Dude, he should have gotten in front of me. Like, what are you doing? There's no pallet here. Omar, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for checking in. Dude, how's work been? How's your new job? Like, have you settled in at all? Or has it still been hard to settle in? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. Why? Why are you being weird? No way! And I don't have conviction. Guys, it was a pallet save. Oh, it was a pallet save. It was totally a pallet save. He is slugging to kill me. Like, why? Why did he come back to me? The gen was almost done too. He got blinded. Where's the body? Why didn't he go pick up the body? What is Eggs and Bacon doing? The ghoul's not even on him. Come on, please. He's gonna tunnel me out. He's being greedy now. I'm gonna go for the save here. Stop crawling away, please. Navi, por favor, quédate quieto. We're gonna get you fully healed. I got my conviction. It's fine. No, we have to get out. We have to get out this way. Go this way. I'm gonna go. Oh, he's just. Navi, come back here. He's looking. He found him. Please don't find me. Run, run. I'm gonna go for save. Go for save. I need to go find something to do. Leon, please don't keep running. Machete girl, please. I need your help. Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna do this gen over here. I'm gonna just get gen progress done. I don't know what happened to that 5th gen. Work has been fine. It's hard, but it's good. 4 months down, 8 to go to get your certificate. That's awesome. With the Sky Hatch, you know, God bless the Sky Hatch, you know. All hail. How does he know? Like, what are you doing? Please. Hit the gen. Hit the gen. No. Please. Why are you tunneling me? He literally kept slugging to come find me again. So sad. Big sad, big sad. It's okay, GG. The team gets out, I think. I think the team gets out. I'm pretty sure. GG's to the team. I hope they get out. I think they got this. He really did almost DC too. He just started playing so aggressive. Well, he was playing a little aggressive. Oh, interesting. What do you play on again? PS5. PS5. Even though I'm really considering getting it on my PC to play. This, are you getting the Halo for people? Wait, Halo's coming out on PlayStation? Since when? Just the first one? Wait, that's cool. I'm actually very excited about the God of War game. One. 2, I'm very excited about the GTA game. That's number 2. Excuse me. I love God of War. I'm so excited for the new game. A Billy? It's a Billy. Wow, I haven't seen Billy in so long. Oh, I see him there. Wow. He had me confused because I was sure not looking that way. Oh. heal. Please, please. Oh, I wish I had a flashlight. Just a silly little med kit. Why are you running? Why are you there? Why are you just there? Nice, Jen's finished. Like, why would he be healing there? Oh! No, Billy! Come back to us! Billy, please! No, not like this! GG. GG, Billy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We love you. Big hearts to Billy. Let's see if Mark will play. There you go. There's Mark. Anybody want to join? Get a little squad going. Ooh. Oh, at the end of the month. A complete remake of the game. Interesting. If anybody wants to play, we have 2 spots. Anyone's welcome. Let me go grab some water. The first one, but it's just the remade on new graphics. It's been out for Xbox, I don't know years, but it's the original. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully you guys do get God of War. That would be awesome. Honestly, that's so exciting about the crossover stuff. Like, really cool. BRB, gonna get... And just like that. Oh my god, I ate that up. It's a Wesker. I just hate that. I want to have to turn on to play God of War. Do you like racing games? Racing games are fun. I feel like the last racing game I played is Mario Kart, and even then, I don't really play racing games. Oh. Sorry. Damn. Choke slammed. Where's that generator we were working on? Oh, it's over there. No, it's not even there. Huh? I'm confused. Where was I? Was it over here? Oh, it was over there. Maybe I should pick. I should have a flashlight. Forza Horizon 6. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's over here. Nice. Come on, bro, you got this. Oh. He doesn't give up on her. Lara, run! I thought seeing me would surely. Damn. Ooh! Oh, I don't like that. Guys, he's angry. Good gen finish. I'm leaving. He's gonna dash to the gen. I'm gonna go to shot. Or pretend anyway. Get out of my face, killer. Nice whiff. Go, 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 go. No! No! So close. That's how DJ got herpes. Yeah, literally. The basement? Brother. Wait, please. Take me out of here. Okay, finally got this out. He lost me. Come on, come on. Thank you. Let's go this way. No. Oh my god, I can try, I can try, I can try. Don't worry, don't worry. No! Why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? Why'd she move, bro? Why is she moving so much? That should have worked, guys. Heal Laura, heal Laura. Go, 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 go. Double, double, double. She got out. Go, 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 go. Run, run, run. I think I can take this. Laura's taking it. That should have healed her, guys. Why didn't it heal her? I lost Mark. Jam! Welcome in. Thank you for your check-in. How are you doing? Oh, Laura. I'm sorry, Kate. I was trying to heal you. I have no idea what was happening. Jam, how are you? How was your stream? Are you still streaming? Were you playing Resident Evil? Thank you. I'm so sorry. I was trying. And I had Wiglif too. I really thought I got her up. There's a generator over here. It's a one-man gen. I would be better if I was first. I'm being carried in DVD by you. Well, we have 2 spots if you want to play. Come play. Unless you're getting dinner. Okay, Laura found the chase. So Laura found the chase. Okay. I'm glad you enjoy the game. I have never played a Resident Evil game. We played some RH3. You getting thrown around. Live. Love being thrown around. Are y'all okay over there? Cause go try Kate. Good try, Kate. Are you serious? I don't know why I didn't finish healing. It's so good. I've watched Kevin play. I know Ryan has played a bunch. But I've never played. Love to see it. Oh, it's Terminus. I just learned about that one. Laura. Alright, we have to go. I can't heal you. Like, do you see? I can't heal you. But I can't heal you. Try healing yourself. Look, you see? You're broken. I can't heal you. I'm gonna go for a save. Nice, Laura. We need to run, okay? Go, go, go. Go, go. You have to take a hit, take a hit. Nice. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Go, he can only take one of us. Go, 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 go. No, no, this way, this way. No. Come on. I gotta go. Crawl, 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 crawl. Sean, hi Sean, how are you? Welcome in. Make sure you get your check-in. I miss you so much. No, I think he killed him. I'm afraid to go back. I'm afraid to watch. Oh. Oh yeah, he's dead. Oh yeah, he's dead. Did you make it out or did you die? Be honest. I'm sorry. He can only take one of us. Oh no. I'm about to eat dinner. Maybe you can join after? Yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. If we're still on, I would love to have you. Hi Tito, welcome in. Hey. How are you doing? How are you doing, Tito? Welcome in. He let you leave? Oh, W. Wesker. It was for the homies. Wrist hurts, but on Heartopia with the wife? Okay, Heartopia. Are you enjoying Heartopia? How's Heartopia? Hi, wifey. I'm so happy he let you leave. I was so nervous for a second. I was like, we're working so hard. Laura, I couldn't hear you. If you hear me in the ether. I couldn't heal Kate for some reason. I don't know why the heal didn't go off. I'm actually kind of annoyed. And, yeah, the conviction we're gonna live forever did not help. Not anything. It's good. New update. Okay, what's your favorite part about Heartopia? Because I really don't know a lot about Heartopia. But if you could sell it to me, what would you say about the game? Oh, we finally got a fourth person. Unknown sausage. Eh? Sausage? Or is it supposed to be TTV and they just couldn't fit it? Nope. Nope. Not even me. Guys, Jaboy is sleepy. We're doing good tonight, Tito. I'm not sure how much longer we'll be live, but I wanted to go live today. I was feeling the itch. And I said I would stream 4 days. Today's my fourth day streaming. Just decided to commit to that. Yeah, yeah. So badly. Posture check. But that helped. That helped.
Victory screech!
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Hey. Oh, it's a Jason. Look. It's Jason. Oh, he's right there. He's right there. Now Ace. Ace, what are we doing? Talita, I'm sick. Good try. Can I get a whip? Oh! Go, 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 go! Run, run, run! He's going after Mark. Good job. Going back to the generator. Oh, come here. Wow. Ace? Are we really getting tunneled? Is that what's happening right now at 5 gen? Like he found us, come out. Yeah, exactly. Wait, Ryan, do you want to play? What are you up to right now, Ryan? Do you want to play some games? He's right over here. Oppression! Let's go! We got that oppression check. Like he found us. Come out. Good try. As long as it wasn't Ace, you know, that's all that matters. It's one. Never! Just moried. Oh no. Oh! How dare he? Okay, good job finishing the gen. He's coming right over here. Why is he tunneling? Why is he tunneling her? Big whiff on the Jason. But which palette does he choose? But which palette does he choose? That was scary, guys. Good try, Mark. No! Good try, Justin. No! What's that? So I'm gonna die. I'm sick. That was so funny. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm making a fool of him. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Here, let me heal you first. Go, 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 go. No! Oh! GG. Good try, everybody. Good try. GG's, guys. Good try, you guys. I had faith in us. I had faith in us, and it's okay. It's okay. It was the effort that counts. I mean, he did tunnel out that ace pretty hard at the start. Ryan, please play with me. Come play with us. Worth it, are you worth it? Hey, let me I wanna make love in the club, in this club. Yes, you rang. Ryan, do you want to play? Come play. Come play, come play. Or are you practicing for your tournament? It's okay. It's okay if you are. Oh my god, come play with me. Yes, I can hop on. Yes, come play. All night. No more, I got coming for you. Me and you, I wanna make love in this club. Oh my god, this song is so good. Hey, yeah. That song is like good wine, literally. Just get better with age. That song is so old. Mariah Carey me. Well, yeah. Guys, we're gonna go for this conviction play. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. We're gonna get the band back together. Here we go. Oh, it's the battle of the miniskirts. The battle of the pleated miniskirt. And Sable's getting ate up, I fear. I mean, I didn't say she was winning the battle. I just said there was a battle going on. I just said there was a battle going on. I love the song too. Guys, shout out to Rico Nasty. Yeah. Oh. Not this place. Hey guys, all the friends are together. The demo. Demogorgon. No. No. That's not good. I'm sorry, I'm bad at the game. Underneath. He has a tunnel over here somewhere. Good job, Sable. Oh. I had no idea that was a thing. Oh my god. Eat him up, Ryan. You gon' make me hate to work again. Oh, Ryan, you got this. I believe in you. Thank you, Sable. Sable found me again. Oh, what? Hello? Ryan, I'm over here. Ryan, over here, behind you. No way. You're right here. No! No! That's fine. We take that. Turned around. Good try. I could have probably tried to get a conviction play there. Jen is fully lost. Oh, sorry, Ryan. No. Alright, teleporting. Oh! Never. He left? He hit the gen and he left. Okay. Unsayable. Oh. Let's go. Hold on. I'm already half healed, so. She scared the shit out of me. Yeah, let her heal me. He TP'd. He's here. No! No. Yeah, hit me. I want him to follow me. He's TPing. No, I still have conviction. Let's work on the conviction. We got this. Conviction, resilience. I can afford it. Oh my god! Oh! It's okay. Give me time! No! Give me time! No! Get out of there! No way. He doesn't care. He doesn't care that I broke my elbow. No! GG's. You got this. Oh! I fear he can't swing hard enough. Bites. This is a tough loop over here. Nice. Bad loop. I know, Allie, I know. Oh! Excuse me. Nice. Oh my god, Ryan Skinny! What was that, James? Good try. Star! Hi, welcome in! Star! I have something fun for you to try. Good try, Ryan. I love it. 30 stream streak is insane. I changed the alert. So it's funny. How are you doing, my friend? What are you up to tonight? We're probably not gonna be live for very much longer. Maybe a few more matches. I'm glad so many people came to say hi. Yeah. How are you, Cookie? I'm good. Just got home from work. Oh my god. I'm sure you're exhausted, friend. Make sure you're getting your food. Make sure you're... He's here. He's here. Why was he silent? I'm doing good. I'm a little tired today, but I really did want to get a stream in, and I always miss you guys. I feel like I'm never on Twitch enough to say hi to people. Yeah, this is so close to finish. Oh my gosh! Right in front of his salad. Big looper. Big looper. Not got me with the jump scare. When he exits the butthole, he's silent. Oh. Okay, remember that. Ryan being a good teammate and sacrifice. Making friends with the demo dog, I see. Wow. Wow. Traitor. The double back was sick.
There are really odd things about this place.
I love this song. Okay, we have to start at the beginning. Or also let me hear you next time. I know, I'm sorry. You're like, I'm gonna punch you in the head. Stop it. Well, no. Let me heal you next time. Yeah, literally. Star, were you playing Pokemon Legends? Were you shiny hunting? Be honest. Were you shiny hunting? Squidward, you like Krabby Patties, don't you? This song is so good. I was continuing the games and never say, oh, it'd be like that. I still have so much left to do in the DLC. But you know, the shiny hunting is always there. Yeah, it's like you could just do that whenever. So when the morning comes, you know that we gone. Oh, baby, now I won't be a prisoner of your love. The song is so good. Nemesis. Oh, the donkey punch. Star, how was your weekend? What were you up to this weekend? Oh, hell no. I won't be a prisoner of your love. Damn, she is zooming. She's going around. Babe, run! Go back on the gen if you can. Okay. I'm coming, Ryan. Cleaning and relaxing this week? Oh, the schedule's crazy? What do you mean? What do you have to get done this week? Okay, well, I hope you're taking your breaks. I hope you're taking care of yourself and sleeping and eating and making sure Star gets some food. No, because why is he running over here? Hello? Why is he running? Why was he running so fast? First Evil Dead, since you've never seen it, and the second one, oh, I'm working every day back to back, and I have to be in earlier than usual and stay longer than usual, so it's just a lot more. Star, please take your breaks. Make sure you're eating and you're staying hydrated, and literally take as much time as you need. You're already gonna be there so long, you know what I mean? Oh! Why would he come back? No way! The zombie hit me, bro. Please. Mr. Missionary. Thank you, I appreciate you saying that. And I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you too. I don't want you to be burnt out. You don't need that in your life. And like, there will always be tomorrow, you know what I mean? Like, if you already know the week's gonna be long, you have all the time. So take your time, take your breaks. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Yes, at least you're, and I'm glad you're getting paid well. Hey, girl. Ugh. Like, how is there another zombie there? Like, the zombie's right there. The zombie's right there, friend. I have 2 zombies on me, by the way. Zombie farming! I'm looping them, I'm looping them. I'm looping them, I'm looping them. I'm looping them, I'm looping them, and I'm looping them. No, come over here. Why isn't the Meg doing the jam that I left her on? A trend? No, a trend. Oh, Terminus again! Oh! That shit is happening right over there. Oh, hell no. Alright, I'm gonna go to the store. Oh, here he comes, his big ass. No Way Out? It's No Way Out as well. Wait. Run, Miss Rosa. Run. No, he's going after you. I thought I could take him. No. He saw me. Like, we can't do anything. We have to find the totem, right? Or wait it out. Oh, damn it. Do a trade here, maybe? Pick up your tentacle. No. Keep opening it. Keep opening it. Keep opening it. No. That's fine. Why would he pick me up? No. Why didn't Meg? Please. Just go. Yeah, Ryan, just go. GG. GG. Hi, Sugar Pea. How are you doing, Sugar Pea? Alright, guys, I have one more game left in me. This is the
I've
LG.
seen better days.
We lost
That's
Mark.
for sure.
Mark said, I'm done. Sugar Pea, I'm doing so good. This is our last game. Sugar Pea, how was your day? What were you up to today? Oh. I cannot. That match was so tough, but I think we all could have gotten out. I'm confident we could have gotten out. Last match, guys. LG, LG. Sugar P, I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for getting your check-in. Wait, how many is that? How many is that? 15? You are incredible. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's such a random day of the week, but here we are. Danny Phantom? Phantom? The fuck is that? Excuse me. January. 6-inch heel. God damn. She works all the money and the finish. I'm confident. Oh, it's a Jason. Oh, just aftermark. Material things. The chase is happening right by the hook. It's ruin. Ew. Oh my god. Mira? Nice. Go, go, go. You got this, Ryan. I had so much progress on this. This is so accomplished. Never. Thank you, Ryan. I don't deserve you. Worried me. Oh, so irritating. No. Oh my god, let him breathe. Good try. Go back upstairs, yeah. Oh damn. Another kill. He's right there in the stairs. He was there. I brought Hatch a shack. No, I'm sorry. Nice. Never. GG. GG's. And that's a big fat GG's. Oh, not the body. Ow. GG's, you guys. That was a lot of fun. We had some good games at the start. They got a little rough toward the end, but I feel like that was fun, right? Am I crazy? Thank you so much for playing with me today. Guys, we're raiding out to bandits. Yeah, let's go hang out at Bandit. Everyone copy those raid messages. I'm not sure which ones work, but it's okay. Just pick one, pick your favorite. I appreciate you all so much. I'm posting a stream schedule for the weekend tomorrow. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah, go follow Bandit. Bandit's a whole vibe. And let's go hang out with them. I'll talk to you all later. Stream is always so much fun when you guys are here, and I love streaming to hang out. I really had that Twitch itch recently, and I've been missing my friends, so I'm happy you guys are here to hang out with me and like give me some of your time. I know everyone's super busy, so a Tuesday night with the homies isn't too bad, right? Love you guys so much, and I'll see you Friday. I'll see you Friday.